Motherhood is a journey, one that I have committed to fully. It has helped me heal, taught me a higher form of unconditional love, frustrated, scared, and challenged me, and brought into focus my wounds, identity, and own childhood. I am a proud mother to Yasemin Anaya and Leila Zoe. I honor and love them with every fiber of my body, mind, and soul. Each one entered into this world and fought to survive and live. My little ones have very strong personalities and a mega special bond. Home is a very personal, sacred, and private space for me, and I regularly reflect on the way I mother and the home I am building for my Yasemin and Layla. I want to share a story about them. One morning, during the half-term break, that day, my dear Yasemin was annoyed she was going to cooking academy. She just wanted to relax, and she vocalized that she didn't want to be responsible for her little sister. There's a 4-year age difference between them. It is worth mentioning that our sweet Layla is partially deaf and new environments can be tricky. Yasemin has always been a great big sister and protects her with so much love and care. And Layla relies on her quite a bit in new settings. However, this one morning, Yasemin was not keen to go to this day camp and was making her point very clear. At one point, she looked at me with frustration and said, "I am not Roma. I am not like you." Suddenly, the world stopped. My heart broke and my body gasped. She looked me in the eyes and immediately realized what she had said. She cried. I cried. Then I took a deep breath and reminded her that words hurt, they can cut, and that day they sliced deep. After my initial shock, we talked it through. She also had a sharp reminder that she has a vena gitana and that she is never to turn up her little nose at anyone, but especially me. Bell Hooks is eating the other suddenly came into acute focus. I know that Yasemin has been othered at school, and she has seen me be talked down to, verbally abused by people on the street, and knows about the work I do and all of its challenges. She has witnessed, felt, and knows how charged it is to be from a Gitano home. Being Gitana is not about dresses, gold jewelry, long hair, or even language. It is all of those things, and most importantly, about love and family. There are certain traditions, some we keep and honor, and others we bend, mend, or reject. And in our home, this family, our Romanipe, exists through the lens of love. Yasemin turned up her little nose at me and also learned a lesson that her mother is a soft place to land. Figuring out one's identity, home, and family is not easy, but in our home, I always say, love wins. Later that day, as I prepared her meal, she handed me a white paper with writing. The writing was in a red marker. On it was a long letter apologizing and thanking me for loving and teaching her so many things. She wrote it at Cooking Academy and handed it to me with pride and a softness that I admired in such a deep way. After reading, I cried and felt moved by her emotional maturity and marveled at the little soul that was standing before me. Having processed the entire day, I accepted we are all othered, and some things we learn, some we repeat, some we try and wear and then put down, and other things we accept and work through. We work through it with love and kindness. Our home isn't perfect, but it is honest and loving. My girls have the permission to reflect, question, fail, all while being held. They get to define their Romanipe and know I will be there and they can share it all, no matter what. Yasemin learned that her words can cut. She learned about her strengths and weaknesses that day. I was reminded that she is learning how to hold multiple cultural traditions, all while growing up in Sheffield. Pushing, probing, correcting, growing, redefining is allowed. That day, she reminded me that I too did the same within my own family, but sadly didn't have a safe home to question and navigate this reality. I used to say to my mama, "Mama, trust what you are raising." And that day, that morning, Yasemin taught me that lesson. I need to trust who I am raising. We are all navigating others, being othered, and otherness. Let's try to be kind to each other. And as I always say, love wins and love can move mountains.